Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm not going to be talking about the Coda Grand Prix weekend for Formula 1, but before we get into that, let's first talk about next week's scheduled race, which will be at Mexico for the Mexican Grand Prix. So first of all, practice 1 and 2, which will be on a Friday. FP1 outside at 12:30, 1:30 p.m. FP2 outside at 4 to 5:30. Then on FP3 and qualifying, that'll be on a Saturday. Practice 3 outside 11:30 to 12:30, qualifying outside at 3 to 4. And the race itself, which will be on a Sunday, that'll start at 2 o'clock. Let's now have a look now at the F1 results at Coda. So let's first start now with the sprint race results, and that was won by Max Verstappen, followed by Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris ran out the podium. Then Charles Leclerc, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Kevin Magnussen, and Nico Hulkenberg ran out the top 8 and the point scorers. Then while Sergio Perez and Oscar Piastri both ran out the top 10. Then we have Yuki Tsunoda, Franco Colapinto, Lance Stroll, Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon, Liam Lawson, Alexander Albon, Fernando Alonso, Zhou Guanyu, and Valtteri Bottas ran out the field. There was no retirements, but I guess the main talk point of this race was Alonso and Lawson. There was a bit of argy-bargy going on between both those drivers. I'm pretty sure after the race as well, they had a bit of a talk. So you could say that maybe, I don't know who was being a bit more aggressive. I mean, honest, I think it was just racing. How I see it, it was just grace. It was just some great wheel-to-wheel race, in my opinion, between both those drivers. Another one as well that I've been seeing a lot on Twitter, that's been memed a lot, is Norris's defense on Charles Leclerc. Did he move under braking? Maybe you could say that, but at the same time, it didn't crash, so it was fine. But it was a very yeah, no lot of stuff really happened in the sprint race. I don't know why we have sprint races still. It's really stupid in my opinion, but yeah, we have it for some reason, and yeah, I don't know why. While for the main race, that was won by Charles Leclerc, followed by Carlos Sainz, Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, George Russell, Sergio Perez, Nico Hulkenberg, Liam Lawson, and Franco Colapinto, who ran out of the top 10. Then we have Kevin Magnussen, Pierre Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Yuki Tsunoda, Lance Stroll, Alexander Albon, Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon, Zhou Guanyu ran out all the classified finishes, while Lewis Hamilton was the only driver to retire, just because he ran wide and got it into the gravel trap. Kind of where Russell was, I'm pretty sure, at the end of the third qualifying session, where Verstappen, yes, was looking like to get pole, but Norris literally took it because Russell binned it. So yeah, it's bit I guess you could say it's a bit of conspiracy there. Not really, considering that's been a bit of a struggle spot, I'll be honest, for Mercedes as a whole. But I mean, it's I do feel bad for Lewis. I mean, he was out in qualifying 1. I mean, that's unheard of now these days, of Lewis Hamilton being out immediately on the first qualifying session, but it happened, and it's a bit of a shock there, because he was actually alright in the sprint race. He scored some points, and with him to DNF that quickly as well in the main race, yeah, not a good look, I'll be honest, for Hamilton. There was once again some controversy over Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. I mean, when is there never controversy between these two drivers? All it was that I'm pretty sure it was Verstappen chasing Norris, and maybe it was the other way around. Verstappen broke too deep, forced Lando wide, and Lando passed him outside of track limits, and he got a 5-second time penalty. There was quite a lot of confusion of why Verstappen didn't get a penalty, but George Russell got a penalty for forcing someone out wide, but Verstappen didn't. I think it's mainly because Bottas, who was the driver who got forced out by Russell, didn't pass Russell outside track limits. That might maybe be the problem. I have no idea. Mostly, I don't work for the FIA, so how would I know? And I've not even read the bloody rule book. But mainly, if you pass someone outside of track limits, outside of the white lines, that's a penalty. And I think that's what happened here with Norris, who costly lost the podium to Max Verstappen. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, Norris, he was gaining a bit on Verstappen on that 5-second, but Verstappen just got it as well, but got up to third place. So yeah, it was I mean, one is never controversial on F1 Twitter. Everything's controversial there. But yeah, it's weird because Russell got a penalty for forcing someone out wide, while Verstappen didn't get a penalty. So it's kind of creates more questions and a bit more inconsistency as well on the stewards on their part of like, how come this is not okay, but this is okay. It's weird, but I don't want to go too deep into it. Otherwise, this is going to be in the world of semantics, basically. So yeah, I don't really want to go too deep into that. But Leclerc and Sainz, a dream day, I'll be honest, in this for Ferrari, getting 1-2 finish at Coda. I mean, there was a lot of Ferrari fans, and they were very, very happy with that. So yeah, which is fair. I mean, Ferrari, they've been pretty good this year, to be fair. I think both their drivers have obviously won. Sainz obviously won after his appendix got removed, and Leclerc has also been very, very competitive as well. So it's great that these two drivers have been very, very good for Ferrari, considering as well Sainz is leaving to go to Williams next year. But yeah, really, really good showing from the Ferrari team. So retirements obviously was just Lewis Hamilton because he just got stuck in the gravel. Fast lap went to McLaren and Lando Norris lap 31. Fast lap went to Esteban Ocon within 1 minute 37.330. And driver day went to Charles Leclerc, followed by Franco Colapinto, Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, and Lando Norris. And as for penalties, there were a couple in the sprint race. Kevin Magnussen allegedly leaving the track and gaining advantage with no further action. Oscar Piastri had a 5-second time penalty for forcing Gasly off the track, and no further action as well for Yuki Tsunoda or Lando Norris due to allegedly leaving the track and gaining advantage and allegedly driving erratically for both of those drivers. No further action. And then for the main race, George Russell had to start from the pit lane after breaking parc fermé regulations. Russell then also got a 5-second time penalty for forcing another driver off the track, including as well Pierre Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda. And the biggest one as well, Lando Norris leaving the track and gaining an advantage, that being a 5-second time penalty. So for now, the driver standings, Max Verstappen is still in the lead, only pretty sure by a couple points over Lando Norris, followed by Charles Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, and Nico Hülkenberg ran out of the top 10. Then for the other drivers, we have Lance Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda, Alexander Albon, Daniel Ricciardo, Kevin Magnussen moving up 2 spots, while Pierre Gasly and Oliver Bearman moved down 1 spot. Frank Colapinto moves up 1 spot over Esteban Ocon, and Liam Lawson, who scored his first 2 points in his F1 career, I believe, or maybe his second points in his F1 career, going up 3 spots over Zhou Guanyu, Logan Sargent, and now down in last place in 23rd, Valtteri Bottas. And now for the Constructors' Championship, McLaren is still in the lead, only by 40 points over Red Bull Racing. Then we have Ferrari, Mercedes, Aston Martin. Haas now moves up in front of RB, Williams, Alpine, and Stake. So just a reminder, the next 2 schedule areas will be at Mexico for the Mexico Grand Prix. So now, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helped me, especially on this channel. Yeah, it was a bit of a... It was a pretty good race, I'll be honest, like Coda, just filled with, once again, controversies and penalties and whatnot. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.